Okay, so yesterday I did a reading on like somebody who barely knows somebody contacting that person's family. And I'm hearing that this person has barely even had like two conversations with this person, and they were very short conversations. And I'm hearing that this is somebody's nosy neighbor. And for some reason, they figured out the person's name, and they did some research, went onto the white pages or something, and found who this person is related to, some of these people, and then paid for the subscription or whatever to get the full information so that they could call some of these people's relatives, or this individual's relatives, some of them. And I'm hearing that in addition to calling, she also wrote some of these individuals a letter. Like if she couldn't get a phone number, she wrote them a letter. And yesterday, I did a reading, and I got that, this is beginnings in reverse. I got that this nosy neighbor who hasn't even barely had two conversations with her neighbor, I'm getting it's a female energy. It's like a grandmother type energy. She called one of this person's relatives fear sideways. And this relative of this person said that they hadn't even talked to their relative, they think, in maybe about 10 years or 8 years or something. They couldn't even remember exactly how long it's been. The masculine sideways. It also says lunar god sideways, number 42 sideways. And this person was creeped out by the fact that this person called them. And this relative tried telling this nosy neighbor that the police department where they live tends to have a lot of high turnover rate. And for some reason, and because of the area this place is in or something, it attracts a lot of con artist cops, a lot of bad cops. And told this nosy neighbor of their relative, do not call the police where I am. And then this nosy neighbor said that she already had. And then this relative knew that everyone's life was in danger because she had called them. Okay, so if that isn't bad enough, I'm also getting that this nosy neighbor wrote a letter to a different relative of this person. I'm hearing an uncle. This nosy neighbor wrote a letter to her neighbor's uncle. She found the uncle's address online. And for some reason decided to write a letter. Maybe couldn't get a phone number, or decided she didn't want to call, she wanted to write a letter. And in this letter, she threatened litigation against this uncle. And I'm getting that this uncle is a serial killer, okay? Or has a serial killer energy or something to do with serial killers. I think that this uncle himself could be a serial killer. And this nosy neighbor, if writing a letter to a serial killer uncle and not even telling your neighbor you did it isn't bad enough, in addition to that, this person threatened to sue a serial killer. That doesn't sound like it's gonna go well. Patience upright. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if it's this I mean, obviously this card, this picture looks good, but patience upright might be that this serial killer uncle is a very skilled predator, a very skilled hunter, is good at hunting their prey, and is very patient and lies in wait for their prey to come to them. Now, threatening to sue a serial killer is a really bad idea. Darkness sideways. And I feel like I don't have to explain why. Okay? I feel like most people can figure out that that's a bad idea. Threatening to sue somebody that you've never met in person, in a letter, to threaten them, to sue them personally, that not a business owner or anything, just sue them personally, and you've never met this person, that's a bad idea. I'm hearing that this nosy neighbor may have tried to do some type of like background check on this uncle, and everything came back clean or almost clean. I don't know. Maybe there was like a DUI or something that wasn't really that big of a deal. It just kind of looked like someone had a little bit too much to drink and had a lapse in judgment one time. But see, the thing is, whoever this uncle is, they're good at getting away with their crimes. Okay? I'm hearing that they've committed some of the most heinous acts that you can commit on the face of the planet. So now, this uncle knows where, I guess it would be his niece or nephew lives. He knows the location of his niece or nephew that was trying to get away from their uncle. I'm hearing this person ran for their life at some point, and this uncle is one of the people that they were trying to get away from. And this uncle is an opportunistic hunter, this evil uncle. And now I'm hearing he might actually be a little bit afraid to go after his own niece or nephew. He feels like that could get him in trouble, but he's kind of hoping things might work out. But if they don't, then you know, he'll cut his losses or whatever. He'll just move on, right? Very, very rational, very calculated criminal here, okay? But this person that wrote him this letter, I'm hearing that he looked at it and he thought to himself, is this even real? And then he's thinking, did my niece or nephew lose it and send me this letter themselves? And he's sitting there, he's like, no. What? Oh my gosh, there's a car alarm going off. That was loud. Okay, it stopped. Anyway, that completely made me lose my train of thought there. That car alarm. Something about a car alarm or an alarm or a smoke detector could be significant to somebody. Somebody may be put in a situation sometime in the near future where they have to call the fire department. Okay, so this uncle looks at this and he's like, did my niece or nephew snap and send me this themselves? And he's like, no, this is too strange. I don't think they would say this stuff. And then he's like, and plus it says where my niece or nephew is located. And this uncle knows that their niece or nephew does not like them. Okay? And he's like, this woman who sent me this letter is completely serious. And he's like, why would she do this? Why would she send me this and tell me where my niece or nephew lives. And this woman put her phone number on there. Maybe some of her other contact information, her address, whatever. Why exactly, I don't know. But that's what I'm hearing. And so he's like, maybe this nosy neighbor, maybe she's bad like me. That's what he's thinking to himself. Maybe she's bad like me. Maybe she wants to kidnap my niece or nephew and sell my niece or nephew to me, or something weird like that, because he's like twisted in the head, and that's the kind of guy he is, right? And he's like, well, in this letter she threatened to sue. So he's rationalizing, he's calculated, he's thinking things through, he's using logic, right? Very smart person here. Okay. Not as intelligent as his niece or nephew, which is why he leaves them alone, but still very intelligent. A lot more intelligent than the average bear. Okay, very social, very good people skills, but also is a serial killer. Okay, likes to take his anger out on innocent people, especially when people set him off, such as doing things like threatening to sue him. Okay? And I'm hearing that he was like, well, maybe this criminal is just trying to get my attention and is threatening to sue me just to see how I'll respond. So he calls this woman, right? He's very nice on the phone. Hello, how's it going? Hi, I'm so-and-so. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, here's my phone number. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye. And like leaves, he left her a message, right? She calls him back. He's waiting by the phone because he's like thinking maybe this person is a criminal that can lead him to some type of gold mine. But didn't want to say that outright, so just wrote him a really weird letter and was pretending to have some type of like mental breakdown or something because this letter was so crazy. So he's talking to this person. And he determines she's completely serious about everything she said in the letter. And he can't figure out, is she just dumb or is she having a mental breakdown? But he doesn't care. Because either way, he's realized that this person who has barely even had like 2 conversations, one like, hello, I'm so-and-so, 2 minutes, walk away. The next one was maybe 10 minutes long. Those are the only 2 conversations this person has ever had with this person's niece. He's like, she's serious about everything she said in this letter. I can't figure out if she's stupid or having a mental breakdown, but either way, I'm very happy about this, he thinks to himself. He's like, she did this. She'll agree to meet me in person. That's what he's thinking. If this is you, don't go meet this creepy uncle in person. I don't really think anybody that watches my channel would be dumb enough to do something like this. But if you think you know somebody who's done this, you might want to pray for them that they don't go meet up with this person. None of these other cards are coming out. Okay. 4 of air, contemplation. Yeah. Contemplating. This woman didn't really contemplate whether she was going to write this letter and send it. She just kind of wrote it and sent it. Like, she got the dude's address and sent it. Okay. Darkness sideways. She didn't even, like, consider that this creepy uncle of this neighbor could be dark, full of darkness. She just didn't even consider it. Patience, yeah. This creepy uncle is a patient criminal. Okay, patient, calculated. The masculine, sideways. And fear, sideways. Okay, he was thinking maybe she was just BSing in the letter about fearing for his niece or nephew's safety. Fear sideways. I know that's hard to read for you guys, but it does say fear right there. Fear sideways. He really thought she must be just BS. She must be BSing about this fear that she feels for her neighbor or whatever, her neighbor's safety or of her neighbor or whatever it is. And he's thinking she can't be serious, but she was. She was completely serious. Beginnings, sideways. The masculine, sideways. Okay, this neighbor doesn't think that this person knows how to handle themselves in order to defend themselves like a man would fight. Or a woman would fight with some type of masculine energy. Whether this is a niece or a nephew, this neighbor thinks that this person lacks the strength to defend themselves for some reason. Beginnings. Something about this person was waiting to begin to do some type of job. They were waiting to decide what employment opportunity to take or something, or they were like starting their own business or something. And this neighbor didn't believe it. This neighbor thought that when this person was like at home alone, either like taking a break from work or starting their own business or something like that, this nosy neighbor thought that this individual was in their home and up to no good. I want to know why. I want to know why. Holy Spirit, holy angels, why? Why did this nosy neighbor contact this person's uncle? This person's dangerous uncle that they didn't know was dangerous. Why? And the other family members. Why did the nosy neighbor contact the family members? Why? The moon sideways. Why? Why did they do this? Torment upright. Okay, I'm hearing that this nosy neighbor thought that their neighbor was gonna get kidnapped in the middle of the night and tormented. And then contacted this individual's serial killer uncle. So, what the heck? Why? Why did this person do this? There has to be, that might be part of it, but I feel like there's more to it, especially because in the letter, God told me that she threatened to sue this uncle. Vision quest reversed. Okay, this could be a very spiritual person that was kind of going on some type of vision quest or spirit quest. Like, for real. Like, they may have been reading a holy book. May have been reading the Bible or the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita, something. Meditating a lot, doing something to enhance their spiritual life. And this came out reversed because this nosy neighbor didn't believe that that's what this person was doing. Ace of Air reversed. Something about this person burning sage grass, like, and using a feather. Like using a feather when they burn the sage grass. And this person didn't believe. See, look, it even looks like smoky in the sky here. Like sage grass being burned. This person didn't believe that this person was actually burning sage grass. This person thought that this person was on drugs and that there was always smoke in their house because they were either doing some type of smokable drug in their house or smoking a bunch of cigarettes in their house. And smoking cigarettes isn't illegal, but I'm hearing that this person thought that they were pretending that they were burning sage grass, but this nosy neighbor thought that this person was trying to cover up the smell of drugs, smokable drugs in their house. They thought that if this neighbor really was burning sage grass, then they're doing it to cover up the smell of a drug. Life Force reversed. Okay. I'm hearing that this person may have like gone outside and burned sage grass and used a feather. And this nosy neighbor may have seen them doing this, or another neighbor did and took a picture and then shared it with them. And then, like, as soon as this person saw that, they thought that this sage grass was drugs. For some reason, they were just absolutely convinced that this person was sitting outside waving drugs around. Like, oh my gosh, they're waving drugs. And it wasn't drugs. It was just sage grass. And this person even, I'm hearing they even called the police to report what they saw. And the police said, that looks like sage grass. We've actually already talked to your neighbor about their use of sage grass because somebody else said that they thought it was drugs. And we've already confirmed that all it is sage grass. And this nosy neighbor got really mad and hung up. And then called him back and was like, well, does it have any psychedelic effects on them? Why is this person allowed to go outside and burn psychedelics in their yard? And they're like, it's not psychedelics. It's not a drug. There's no psychoactive effects of this sage grass. Like, they aren't doing anything wrong. They're not breaking the law. And then they tried convincing them it was a fire hazard. And I hear that this person even called the fire department. They called the fire department, and the fire department was like, well, is there a fire? And the woman said no. And then what ended up happening eventually was that somebody talked to her about abusing the 911 system. Because there was no emergency. They even said if you were really that concerned about it, but there was no immediate emergency, you could have brought the pictures down to the department and showed them to us. And then that would have been a better way to deal with it other than you plugging up the 911 system and refusing to hang up. So this person was refusing to hang up. You know, like I heard stories like a long time ago, like 10 years ago, about people like calling 911 because like McDonald's didn't put their French fries in their bag. okay? She's one of those types of people. And I even had, when I worked at a retail store a few years ago, I think this was like 2 or 3 years ago that this person told me this. This person came through my line and they were buying a wind chime, and it was a glass wind chime, so it didn't make a whole lot of noise. And she told me that her neighbor had called 911 and texted her a bunch because her wind chime that was on her deck was too loud. So they were freaking out and saying that they called 911. And I was like, did the police ever respond? And she was like, no, they don't respond for wind chimes. But she's like, I'm just going to buy this glass one and put it up instead of the other one because the other one just really bothers them, right? The police never responded. Because why would you respond to something like that? That's this thing. So when the police wouldn't do anything about this sage grass ritual that this person was doing, she like overnighted this letter to this person's uncle. I'm hearing literally overnighted it and threatened to sue. Let's see, I'm still working on why. Okay, so why did they do this? They were afraid that this person was going to get kidnapped in the middle of the night. This person was on some type of spiritual journey and was spending a lot of time alone in their house. And this neighbor didn't believe that that's what this person was doing. This neighbor thought that this person was on drugs when they burned sage grass. And then another reason why they called is because of life force reversed. This has a picture of a mountain lion. I'm hearing this person like said that they'd seen a mountain lion in person and maybe like took a picture of a mountain lion or something. Or like they were like getting attacked by a mountain lion, or a mountain lion had approached them or tried to attack them or something. And then this neighbor was like, well, why didn't you record it on your phone? And then this person like said something about it, and like this person didn't believe them, or maybe they took a picture on their cell phone of this mountain lion and like it happened a long time ago, and they're like, no, I don't have the photo of the mountain lion anymore, I deleted it, that was like 10 years ago or something like that. So life force, yeah. This person had an encounter with a mountain lion or some type of wild animal or some type of crime committed against them that almost took their life force from them. They had to fight for their life. They weren't getting out their cell phone trying to record the ending of their own life. Okay? They had something very dangerous happen to them where they almost lost their life. And they told this person this story, and this nosy neighbor didn't believe it. They thought they were mentally ill for some reason. But the story, whatever it was actually true. And then we have Otherworld reversed. The number 21 reversed. Looks like the number 12 reversed. When 21 looks like 12 when it is reversed. Awake reversed. Unknown upright. That's the number 12. Okay, the number 12 is significant. The age of 12 could be significant. The number 18 upside down looks like 81. The number 81 or the age 81 could be significant. Yeah, that's what it's the numbers here. The numbers 12 and 81 and 18 are significant. The number 21 might also be significant too, because maybe this nosy neighbor thought that this neighbor of theirs wasn't even old enough to drink or something, or maybe they're not old enough to drink. They're not 21 yet. But I'm hearing that this person isn't even a drinker. This person isn't even a drinker, but this nosy neighbor is going around for some reason lying and say that they've seen this person drink, and this person doesn't drink. Let's see. Where did that one go? The cube of Metatron came out. These are cards that I made. I have a link to my store at the top of my YouTube page if you want to buy these. Where's the guidebook? Metatron's Cube card. This card will help you harness the powers of Metatron for righteous purposes. Luke 12:48. Someone might want to look up the verse Luke 12:48. The number 12 again. So yeah, this number 12 is very significant. Yeah, the number 12. We've got 6, which is half of 12. Yeah. 12 is God's perfect number of government. Six, the number 666. Okay, the devil trying to interfere here, do something. The devil's trying to do something here. But Metatron's cube and the number 6 used in a holy way is stopping it. Because, see, even here, it says that 666 is associated with the devil, but the number 666 itself isn't the devil's number, okay? It's God made the number. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So we have 6. And then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. But then in the middle, we have 1. So we have 6, 6, 7 is what we have, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't have 6, 6, 6 right here. We have 6, 6, 7. Somebody might want to Google the prophetic meaning of the number 667. 667. Yeah, so 667 is greater than 666. In the name of Jesus, I bind every evil use, past, present, and future, of the number 6 in any way, in any form, in any amount, past, present, and future. You are bound when I snap my fingers. You cannot be unbound in the name of Jesus. It is impossible for you to be unbound. And in the name of Jesus, I loose holy energy related to holy numbers to help light workers. Thank you for watching.